Okay, it looks like we're live. Oh my goodness, so many technical blunders this morning. Hey everyone, my name is Shani, and I am so excited to be chatting with you guys about how to reach your health goals and your weight goals in a holistic manner. So I just want to make sure that I'm live, that you can hear me, that you can see me. I've got a screen over here that I can have a look at. I want to know if you can hear me and see me. So let me know, give me a little wave or some love hearts in the chat. I'd love to say hello to you. I'd love to see who's here with me. I'm a holistic health and nutrition coach, and one of my favorite things to talk about is how to achieve your health and wellness goals in a holistic manner. And the reason why I love to talk about this is because my health journey started all the way back in my early 20s when I just wasn't very healthy. Let's just say that. I really struggled with my health and really struggled to just know, just to understand. There was so much conflicting information out there about what's right and what's not right. And I can see you guys now. Awesome. Thank you so much for letting me know. So it started on a quest, I suppose, where I just wanted to know what I had to do. Oh, I've got things talking to me now. Oh my gosh. Why is this happening? I wanted to understand what I had to do for me, because I could see a lot of people doing lots of different things, lots of different health modalities, lots of diets, lots of, I suppose, strategies and methods, and I just didn't know what was the right thing for me. At the time, I was a registered nurse and I was so tired every single day. It's almost like there just wasn't enough sleep to catch up on. And working really long hours, I started to sense my body was just becoming exhausted. I was on the brink of burnout. And I also had a lot of inflammation happening within my body, on my body. I had adult acne. Well, it started when I was about 15 years old, but I'm in my, at this time in my life, I think I was about 25, and I'm still dealing with aggressive acne on my face. And so I really wanted to figure out how I could heal that in a natural way. As a teenager, I had used some things like Roaccutane. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but it's a horrible pharmaceutical to just totally drop a toxic bomb in your body. And I put that in my body as an 18-year-old because I didn't know any other way. I tried contraception. I tried peels and chemicals on my skin. I tried steroids. I tried so many things. And then on top of this, I also really struggled with my hormones. I struggled with my weight. It was almost like I could never get to a sustainable, healthy weight. I was always fluctuating. I had a lot of water retention in my body, and lots of niggly pains in my body as well. So my ankle, I had an accident with my ankle and it just never healed, it seemed. It was just always sore. I had some inflammation in my wrist here in this ligament. And again, it's just no matter what I tried, it just always hurt. Like I'd do like a little movement and I'd be like, ow, that really hurts. Lots of gut health issues, lots of inflammation in my body. So you guys get the picture, right? I was not a picture of health. On top of that, I was eating quite unhealthily because I didn't know what was healthy. I didn't have any mentors or coaches or programs like this to teach me. So, I was eating 2-minute noodles out of the packet, lots of packaged food, lots of takeaway food, lots of energy drinks. I remember, needing to have, I'd go to the petrol station before my shift. I'd go and buy 2 energy drinks because I'd have one on the way and then I'd have one at lunch. And that was just a constant cycle for me in my early 20s. And so it wasn't until I moved to a town that wasn't near my hometown, and I lived by myself, and I moved in with some roommates. I'm in a new city because I got a new job, and I thought, I've got to meet people. So I want to be healthy, I want to lose weight, I'm going to join the gym that's down the road. So I joined the gym, and that was a really pivotal moment for me because I met some new people. I started training with some of the trainers there, and that's where the penny dropped for me. All of a sudden, I was surrounding myself with people who were knowledgeable in the health space, people who, you know, were healthy, and I really wanted to achieve that for myself. And I looked up to those people, and I just was a sponge. I just wanted to hear and learn everything that they knew. And so I decided to study. On top of my nursing career that I have, I decided to study nutrition and health coaching because I was just curious about learning more about for myself. I was never going to be a health coach. I was never going to leave my nursing career to do that. It was just for my own pure education. And well, 7-8 years down the track, here we are. The HSC was born, and here I am. So I just wanted to share a little bit of my background with you because my health journey began once upon a time, somewhere where you're possibly at today, or you have been in the past, and you're on that health journey of learning and growing. And we all start somewhere, right? And your story might be a little bit different to mine. You might be challenged with a different area of health, or it might be that you are trying to achieve a different health goal to what I was. But essentially, it's all the same thing, really, isn't it? So that's why I'm really passionate about this program, the HSC, because this is the program I needed when I was in my early 20s. This is the mentor, I suppose, that I needed. I wish I had a guide like this. I wish I had an online hub that I could log into with my username and password and spend, you know, an hour a day just exploring and reading and trialing and erroring and just doing all those things. So I love that that is the gift that we give to you, and that you get to explore your own health journey through our beautiful online holistic program. So I want to highlight a word that I just said, and the word is holistic. And you may have noticed that a lot of our messaging, a lot of our Instagram posts, and a lot of the information that we have within the program is all around holistic health, quote unquote. And I want to explain what that is for those of you who are like, what's holistic? Because I didn't know what that word meant. I was just like, it sounds cool, let's dive into this. So holistic is looking at something kind of like with a helicopter view, kind of like with a bird's eye view of that one thing. And you're looking at all the different pillars that make that thing a thing. So let's talk about this in layman's terms. When you're looking at your health, if you want to work on your health holistically, you want to be looking at all the different health pillars that create your well-being. And so I want you guys to let me know in the chat. I'm going to try and find the chat because I know it's around here somewhere. I want to know, where is it? Here it is. Can I see it? Yes, click to view comments. Woohoo! I can see your comments now. I just thought I was talking to myself for a little bit. Okay, so I can see here, same for me. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so I want you guys to write in the chat for me. When you think of your health, what do you think about? What is it that you're trying to work on or focus on? So for me, if I rewind back to, that time that I just told you about, which was about, let's say, 10 years ago, if someone would have asked me, what does health mean to you, or what's your definition of health, I would have said, my definition of health is healing my acne, losing some weight, and learning how to eat better. And by the way, there's no right or wrong here, okay? It's not a trick question. I want you guys to let me know in the chat, what is it that you identify health with? Let's start with that question there. So I've got the chat up here, and I can't see what you guys are saying, but I'm sure it's delayed. So I'm going to keep talking, and I'll come back to this. So, okay. Now I want you to think about what would it look like. What are some different things that have not come to mind for you, not front of mind, that you could focus on that could make your health and well-being better? So I can see here more discipline, vibrancy, happiness, energy. That's your definition of health. I love that. Actually, that's great. I'm going to add that to the broadcast so you guys can see. So someone's just written here, more discipline, vibrancy, happiness, energy. So that is a really great explanation of health. It totally is that, right? But there's always so much more. So for me, let's just focus on if I go back to that time and I wanted to lose weight. In my head, I thought, well, to lose weight, I have to eat less and exercise more. And in theory, that makes sense, right? I mean, let's be real. If you consume less than you produce, aka if you eat less than you exercise, then yes, you're going to have a calorie deficiency there and there might be some results. But what I learned very quickly when I started to do my research and my studies was, oh my goodness, health isn't just about the food that you eat and the exercise that you do. It's so much more. So this is where we start to look at health holistically with that, that bird's eye view. And I started to realize, well, actually my weight gain or weight loss, whatever your goal is with your weight, if you have one, I started to realize, oh my goodness, it is also about how happy I am. Because if I'm not happy, I know that I've got triggers where I'll binge eat, or I'll go out on a wild night out with the girls and probably drink a little bit too much. Or if I'm not happy, I'll self-sabotage, and maybe instead of binging, I might starve myself because I'll, want to punish myself. Or maybe when I'm not happy, I do other things that don't really help my well-being, right? So there's a perfect example of looking at your health holistically. Another health pillar that I could look at in regards to losing weight was my stress levels. So if I'm stressed, I know that my adrenals are working overload. And if my adrenals are working overload, that puts me into total meltdown mode. And when I'm in meltdown mode, I don't think correctly. My hunger is suppressed, because think about caveman days when we were stressed, as humans, and this is embedded in our DNA, you guys. When you're in fight or flight mode, think about, you're a caveman that's hunting for food and you've got your spear and you're out to go hunt some animals so you can eat for the week. If you're being chased by a tiger, you're in flight or flight, you're stressed out, and your body all of a sudden goes, okay, you don't need to eat right now because you're in a lot of trouble. You definitely don't need to digest your food. So what's going to happen? Your gut doesn't digest. You start to, cramp up in there. Essentially, it's literally what happens. Your gut health just stops working. Your heart starts pumping. You're breathing really shallow. All of a sudden, you get this, adrenaline in your system, and you're running really fast. So that is a perfect example of stress response. Now, we're not being chased by tigers today, but we are dealing with self-inflicted stress, and we're pretending that it's like a tiger. Running late, getting every single red light, your emails, your work colleagues, your financial situation, your toxic relationships, whatever it might be. You might be stressed about something, and our bodies don't know the difference between a big to-do list and a tiger that's chasing us. We just elicit this stress response. It's innate in us. And so all of a sudden, guess what's happening? Your hunger is suppressed, so because you're stressed, so you're kind of depriving yourself of food, phytonutrient-dense food, nutrition, and then your gut doesn't work anymore because it doesn't need to work when you're in a stress response. You need to focus, your brain needs to focus on other things, right? So your gut stops working, your digestion stops working, your absorption in your gut stops working, even your bodily normal functions stop working properly. And so people start to think, oh, why am I so bloated? I just need to lose some weight, but they don't realize I need to stress less. So this brings me to, and they're just two examples, right? But I'm going to get deeper into this topic with you guys. So I want to bring up something here that is going to help you understand what I mean by holistic and what I want you guys to focus on when we're looking at holistic health. So you can see right here that we've got here some daily rituals for happiness. Now, if you would love to have this on hand and print it, we have a section inside the HSE member portal called How to Plate Up. So make sure you log in and you'll see on the left-hand side on the menu, there's recipes, and then right under that, there's How to Plate Up. I just quickly want to explain what that is in case you don't know. It is a beautiful meal plan and program that you can print in a PDF format that helps you with your gut health, with it gives you a meal plan with beautiful foods from the earth that are going to nourish you and fuel you and serve you. And you also get this, which I'm going to talk about right now. So you can see here our daily rituals for happiness are breathing, drinking enough water, getting enough vitamin D, eating whole food nutrition, exercising, having mindful relationships, being passionate about something, like doing the things you love and your things off your joy menu, gratitude, earthing, and sleep. So I'm going to go through each and every single one of these with you guys on this live today, and please ask your questions. I can see your questions in the chat over here. So I'd love to I'd love to see what your questions are as we're chatting about this. Okay, so here we go. Let's go through these. Let's talk about breath and why that's so important. I can see it a little bit blurry. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so breath. Why is this important? Now, everybody, I just want you to close your eyes for a sec. And I just want you to take a really big, deep breath. Like, imagine your spine is a straw and you are breathing in air from the bottom of your spine very deeply. And I want you to breathe all the way up into your head, okay? Open your eyes. You just took a really big, deep breath. I want you to let go of it now. Sometimes I forget to tell people to breathe it out. Okay, let's do that again with our eyes open. Ready? Guys, that is how we should be breathing. But we don't breathe like that. Let me teach you what that does for your health and your well-being, your weight goals, your anxiety, your stress, your skin, your gut. Let me just explain to you the power of breath and how you have access to this free thing that's innately built in our bodies that's going to help you with your breath. And I'm going to explain why and how. So, like I said before, when we're in that fight or flight response, we're kind of breathing really heavy. Like, we don't notice it, but if you were to see someone in a stress response, have a look at their chest rather than it going, rather than it being like, we're kind of like, at the steering wheel, like, beeping at people, and we're like, okay, let me tell you exactly what's happening here for you. We have this thing called a diaphragm right under our lungs. It's sort of like this sheet that is separating our lungs from our gut, okay? And when you breathe like that, could you guys feel your lungs expanding? Like, let's do it again because it's just so good for us. Can you feel how your lungs are moving? Like, that is healthy. For your lungs to get that much oxygen in them and for them to stretch and grow. Like, think about when you wake up in the morning and you stretch, or like when your cat does it or when your dog does it. It's just like this beautiful feeling, right? That is what our lungs thrive off. But instead, we're like this. So what happens when you do that to your lungs? You are oxygenating your lungs, which is very healthy for you, but your diaphragm is also moving and expanding with your lungs. Now, this is really freaking cool. You have a central nervous system, right? We've got your spine. We just used our spine as our straw. in our closed eye breath work just then, you have these neural pathways that come out of your spine and attach to all the things in your body. It's so freaking smart. I can't believe how beautiful and amazing the body is. But you've got these nerve endings connecting to everything, and one of the organs that has nerve endings that connect to it is your diaphragm. So when you move your diaphragm like that, it actually sends a message to your brain. Now, that is the purpose of our spine. It's to protect our nervous system. And the role of our nervous system is kind of like a messenger pathway. Think about like the internet and like how there's fiber optic in the ground, and that's how we're getting our internet. It's kind of the same thing. It's connected to the brain, and that's how our whole body center works. And so then when your diaphragm moves like that, it's actually saying to your brain, hey, we're cool down here, we're not stressed, we're very relaxed actually, and we're having a really good time. Now, what happens when your brain gets that message, it then tells all of your different organs in the body that produce hormones, things like your thyroid, things like your adrenals, it says to those organs, hey guys, just letting you know, everything is all good in the hood, you don't have to stress, just keep doing your thing, keep producing those hormones in balance, like, you be good. Now, some of those hormones that are being produced in our body are hormones that affect our weight loss or weight gain. So, please guys, breathe every single day. It is so important. Not just for weight loss and weight gain, but also just for your general well-being, your stress levels. And I can see here in the chat, some people are saying, breathwork is now a part of my everyday morning routine. I can't see that. There we go. It's calmed me down so deeply. I love that. That's really, really cool. So please, guys, breathe every day. Include it in your everyday stuff. Okay, now let's look at the next one. I want to bring this one up. Okay, water. Oh my gosh, let me tell you about my water story and why it's so important for weight loss if you're wanting to lose some weight. I have this water bottle. It is BPA free. I tried to get glass, which glass or copper is so much better if you can have a water bottle like that, guys, but I couldn't find what I was looking for, so I got this BPA free one. And I just got it from my local health food store. And you can see there it's got the different times of the day. This is a litre. So I try and drink, well, in a normal world, 1 litre before 12 and another litre before 5, and then I'll sip on water after 5. Now, I really have struggled with water intake a lot. And the reason why is because I'm one of those people who, if I'm sitting at my work desk, I'm just tunnel vision on what I'm working on. And so I just forget to drink sometimes. So does anyone struggle with water? Let me know in the chat. Give me some love hearts. Give me some thumbs up if that's you, because this was definitely something I have struggled with for such a long time. Now, there's so many health hacks out there around water. I have a bottle. This is another bottle. This here, you see how it lights up? It goes off every half an hour. It sits here just by my work desk, and it reminds me to drink. So when that lights up, I take a drink. This was actually connected to another bottle. If you want the brand of that, actually, it's called Equa. It's a really beautiful Swedish brand. The bottle is pink. That is attached to that, but I'm washing it at the moment, and plus I'm really liking this, so I should just attach that there. But that's what it looks like on my other water bottle when I attach it. So you can use something like that. You can use alarms, which alarms don't work for me, but because they just, again, I'm tunnel vision, so an alarm might go off and I might just go shush, like just turn it off, kind of like when you snooze, you ignore it. So I have tried so many things to try and drink lots of water. I finally found the solution. I need to see my water. I need to see how much I've had. And I like this little guide here, because when I have a look at the time, I'm like, ooh, how much water have I had? So right now it's 12 o'clock for me. I really need to drink a little bit of water. I need to finish this. I'm also doing a challenge right now alongside the glow up called the 75 high challenge, and you have to drink a gallon a day, which is about 4 litres of water. And let me tell you, it is hard, but I'm getting there every day. Now, why is this so important for us, for our goals? First of all, my skin has cleared up so much since drinking so much water. And I mean, prior to drinking this much water, you know what, guys? By the way, I'm just gonna have a drink because I really feel like one. Everybody, have a sip of water right now as you're watching this, please. Like, let's all do it together. Give me a thumbs up in the chat when you've done it. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, my skin wasn't, too bad. But, I'd get little blemishes here and there. And what I've noticed is since drinking so much water, my skin, like, look at my skin. It's, like, so shiny and healthy. I've noticed it's cleared up so much more. But in regards to weight loss, if weight loss is, something that you're working towards, did you know that fat is excreted out of our body in several ways, one being sweat, and one being through carbon dioxide, which is breathing out. So again, this is why it's so important to breath work every day. That's how we expel fat. I know it's very strange. And also through your urine. And actually all your toileting is how you excrete fat. So if you are drinking a lot of water, what are you doing? Tell me in the chat. You guys are weeing a lot? You are, right? So you are actually getting toxins out of your body when you're drinking lots of water and you're going to the toilet to excrete. Your kidneys and your liver work so beautifully together in this synchronistic way where they talk to each other, and the liver's like, hey man, here's some toxins, and like, let's get these out of the body, and the liver's working really hard to get that done, and then the kidneys are just like working really hard, like, yeah, let's get this out, and then delivers it to the bladder, and the bladder just does its thing, and all from water. We need water. So important, guys. So water is such a big part of all of this. Not only for our hydration, we really need that, but it's also really important for us to excrete toxins out of our body. So let's look at the next one. We're talking about vitamin D now. So vitamin D is obviously from the sun. And it says here to seek 15 minutes of sunshine a day if you can. Now, I know some of us live in, areas around the world where it's not always sunny, but things that I love to do to get some more vitamin D when possible is I'll eat my lunch in the sun. So I'll give myself a little 30-minute break. When I was nursing, when I didn't work from home and I was at the hospital, I would eat my lunch by a window. So I was at least trying to get some of that vitamin D on my skin. Now, it's so important for our skin to absorb vitamin D because it helps our immune system. How crazy is that? Isn't it just so amazing how the anti-venom of all the things we do to ourselves in this world, what we put on our skin and in our bodies, like the antidote is provided by nature's natural resources. I just think that's so wonderful. Does anyone else think that's really cool? So anyway, vitamin D, let's do that every single day. It's so important. And guess what, guys? When your immune system's boosted and you're healthy, guess how that's going to affect your health goals? Like, it just makes sense, right? Okay, let's talk about whole food nutrition. Whole food nutrition, what that means is you eating food that is natural, things that are not packaged, preferably things that don't have a nutrition label on them, things that come from the earth, things that come from the ground, things that we're given, like I said before, the things that, the earth gives us naturally, phytonutrient nutrition, fruits, veggies, berries, all those wonderful things. Now, that is why we love Juice Plus so much, because it just makes sense, you guys. Like, over 40 varieties of fruits and veggies every single day. If you're on our trio and the shakes, you are having whole food nutrition. This is phytonutrient rich foods that you wouldn't get otherwise. So, perfect example. Let's talk to Shani from 10 years ago. 2-minute noodles was normal. Processed meats on sandwiches, normal. Meat pies, sausage rolls, normal. Mashed potato out of the packet with the powder that you put in a bowl with butter and milk, normal. So that was what I ate every day. And I know that some people here might be there right now, and if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my gosh, you're right, I need to change my diet quick. I just want to just applaud you for being here. I just want to applaud you for, doing the work and being here, learning and wanting to find out more about how you can better yourself. So it starts with using our meal plans and meal guides that we have inside the HSE program. It starts with taking your product every single day. There's a reason why we've partnered up with this company in particular. There are a lot of amazing companies out there, but this company, not only is it over 25 years old, but it's got over 30 peer-reviewed medical journals and scientific studies on it. And we've firsthand seen the results that we've achieved, all of the health professionals and ambassadors and coaches that have put this program together for you guys. We're the ones that are like, guys, this works. It is amazing for your body. So what happens to your body when you feed it what it is designed to eat? Now, I can talk from firsthand experience, right? All of a sudden, you have a lot of nutrients flooding through your body that you didn't otherwise have. And so what happens when you've got that happening in your body, you are generating cells at a healthier level. So you know that your skin sheds and you're constantly rebuilding that. Your hair cells, there's a reason why our hair grows. It's because we're constantly making new hair. Red blood cells, they regenerate every 120 days. Our bones, our bone marrow, the cells in our gut lining, every single part of you is regenerating every single day. That's why I love the human physiology. It just blows my mind. So if you're feeding your body foods that aren't fueling you, they're flooring you, I should say, guess what's happening to the cells you're generating? Your skin is not healthy, your gums are bleeding, your whites of your eyes are not white actually, your hair is dry and brittle, your nails break off easily, your gut health is not healthy. All these things, our body starts to break down and it's not really doing its thing. You're not energetic, you're not productive, you're not concentrating, you can't think straight. Makes sense, right? So if you feed your body what it's designed to eat and you nourish it with phytonutrient foods, the foods that we're designed to eat, the food that, again, the antidote to the damage we give our bodies, it's all in the earth, it's all provided for us. It's amazing. It's freaking cool. Does that blow anyone else's mind? So fruits, vegetables, things that are high density nutrition is going to help you. Now, this is the really cool thing. When I started to eat well and I started to follow our guides and the meal plans that you guys get given for free in this program, some things started to change. My skin healed all of a sudden. All of a sudden I wasn't craving so much sugar, and the reason why is because when you're not providing your food with the phytonutrients that it requires, it tells your brain, hey, I'm nutrient deficient. I'm not getting the nutrients that I need. And so because of that, I'm going to tell you to eat hot chips because I know there's sodium in hot chips. It's not the healthy type though, right? Or when you're low on energy because you're nutrient deficient, your body's going to say to your brain, hey, I'm nutrient deficient, I need sugar. I need sugar right now, and I know there's sugar in chocolate. And again, not the right type of sugar. So the reason you have cravings for different things, whether it's salty things, sweet things, weird things, it's because your body is innately asking you for those things. We have an awesome webinar inside the HSC called how to read your cravings, how to understand what your body's trying to say to you. And the body only knows what it knows, but when you start to train it with foods that are whole foods, then that's where your body will say to you one day, hey, I'm craving nuts because I'm really craving those fatty acids. I'm really craving the omegas that are in nuts. And then all of a sudden you go to the cupboard and instead of reaching for something that's fatty, you actually reach for the nuts. And it's because your body has innately asked you for that. So it's really amazing what happens now. What do you think that's going to do to your weight loss goals, guys? When you're craving the right foods, it's amazing what happens. All of a sudden you don't have that 3 p.m. chocolate craving, little lolly craving. You're not going to binge eat. You're going to finish your dinner at night and you're not going to crave more afterwards. You're not going to eat late into the night or junk food because your body is satisfied. It's fulfilled from eating whole food nutrition. That is why we love Juice Plus. It's not meant to replace fruits and vegetables or whole foods in your diet. It's meant to bridge the gap between what you do eat, which sometimes isn't that great, to what you should be eating. So that is whole foods. Now, the next one is exercise. Let's talk about exercise now. And obviously, guys, moving your body is so important. Physical activity, endorphins. You guys tell me in the chat, why is exercise so good for us? Do you guys know? When you're moving your body, it's like a natural state for us, right? It's releasing energy, especially if you've had a really stressful day. It's getting all of that stuff out of your body. It's a great way to release stress. It's a great way to start your day because all of a sudden you have all these endorphins, these happy hormones running through your bloodstream. Guess what's going to happen to you when you start your day with movement? You're going to get home, you're going to have a shower, you're going to be ready for your day because you are full of endorphins. Now, as well, when you are at nighttime or in the afternoon exercising, it's going to tell your body like, okay, like let's exert some energy from today. And also, this is going to help you start to get sleepy so that you can start your sleep process later that night. I can see here someone's written releasing dopamine. Yep, it does that as well. It's just amazing what movement for your body does. Now, I said something before. I said the theory behind, consuming less than you produce. So calories in, calories out. If there's a deficiency there, yes, you are going to see some weight loss results. Or other way around, if you're trying to put on weight, you just reverse that formula. So this is going to help us, guys, movement. And I know I said before this program isn't just about nutrition and just about exercise, but they are really important aspects to our health goals. Okay, let's get through this because I already have so many more things I want to talk about. And I want to get through this quite quickly. Where did my little, there it is, sorry. Okay, I have another one to talk about here. So we've got, what have we got there? Relationships, passion, gratitude, earthing. Let's talk about these things, and sleep, of course. So relationships, what has that got anything to do with our goals? If you're surrounded by people who empower you, who bring you up, who make you happy, who support you, people who just have your back and make you feel loved, guess what kind of state this is going to put you in? So this is like your community, your people, and it's been a really strange year where it's been quite hard to have access to our people, but also it's been a strange year for some people where they've realized some of the relationships that they have in their life are just not serving them. So what I want to bring up here is do an audit on the people around you. You are the average of the 5 people that you hang around most. So who are those 5 people that you're hanging around? Perfect example for me, when I was nursing, I had some pretty toxic relationships around me. I had a boyfriend that I let just treat me like dirt pretty much. I remember that I always used to go to the same petrol station to get the energy drinks every morning, and the girl behind the counter was just a negative Nancy. So even though she's not my friend, or I don't have a relationship with her as such, she was still someone I saw every single day. I would see her more than I would see my sister that lived far away from me. So she was one of my 5. And so what do you think is happening to my mindset every time I hang out with or chat to negative Nancy? Oh, it's just another bad day. Oh, I don't really want to be here. Oh, it's expensive. So you guys get the point, right? So when I started to realize, okay, well, I don't want to hang out with negative Nancy anymore. She's making me a neg ferret too. You start to remove relationships out of your life that don't serve you, and you start to replace them with people who raise you up, who help you evolve, who help you be healthy. Then you've got some awesome things happening in your life, and all of a sudden you become the average of the 5 people that you hang around. So do a little audit on your relationships. It is really important, and again, like I said, guys, it has to do all with your state, your energy, your stress levels. And you guys know why stress is so important for your health goals, for you to achieve that. Okay, passion. We have this beautiful activity inside the HSE member platform. Go to resources in the left-hand side menu, click on join menu. It's a really beautiful activity that helps you just write out all of the things that make you happy. So pop them in the chat. I'd love to know, you guys, what makes you happy? What are some things that put a massive smile on your face, help your heart skip a beat? I want to know what they are. For me, it's things like hanging out in the sun. It's playing with my puppy. It's getting my nails done. It's going for a beach walk. It's reading a great book. It's hanging out with great people who make me laugh and make me happy. Nature. Yes. What else? What else? I want to know what else. Do you do those things every single day? That's the question I want to ask you today. And if you're not, why not? And if you're not, how can you start to implement them? Journaling. Yes. I love journaling. Music, yes, I love music too. So I would love for you guys to do the joy menu activity because it's really beautiful. Swimming, yes, swimming. I love swimming as well. The ocean, oh my God, makes me so happy. Snowboarding when there's snow around. The beach, meaningful conversations, seeing other people smiling. I love it. What else have we got here? Catching up with friends. That's a goodie. Deep conversations. Yes. Is this fulfilling your joy menu deep convo chat? I feel like we're having a really deep chat here. Okay, so do the things that light you up, guys. And what I love to do, I'm a paper girl and an electronic calendar girl. So I'm a little bit weird and I have 2 things. But perfect example, here's my diary. And I put something in my diary every single day that is from my joy menu. And I do it first thing in the morning or before I do anything for anyone else. And if I can't physically do that before I do that for anyone else, I make sure I book it in my schedule like an appointment and I don't cancel on myself because I am the most important person who's going to affect my health and well-being, right? So my happiness and I guess the things that make me happy in my joy menu items is really what's going to help me fulfill that. Do you guys know what I mean? And again, it's all about state. It's all about energy. It's all about what type of person you're showing up as. That has everything to do with your health and well-being and your goals and your weight journey. Okay. I'm getting to the end, I promise. We've got earthing and we have got sleep. Let's talk about these 2 things. Just in case no one knows what earthing is, it is like the most amazing thing you can do every single day. Please put it in your schedule every single day. This is part of my joy menu. And it's recentering yourself and connecting with the ground. It's getting barefoot, so taking your shoes off, having a walk in the sand, in the grass, in the dirt, in the snow, wherever it is that you can, just connect to the ground. And I love to do this for at least 30 minutes every single day. I do it towards the end of the day. I do it when the sun is setting as well, because there's really incredible science behind what happens to our bodies when we ground at the same time as the sun coming down. And we actually did a podcast episode on this. I'll try and find out I think it's 40 something. I'll check my phone while I'm chatting with you guys, but we did a podcast episode on, I just clicked on my podcast, sorry guys, of the effects of like light and what it does for your eyes, your skin, your well-being, your health. So please make sure you go and check it out. I'll try and find it really quickly while I'm sitting here with you guys so you can check it out. Episode 41. I'll put the link in the chat right now for you guys. Let me just copy this. Copy. All right, let's put it in here. So earthing is so amazing. Does anyone hear earth? I'd love to know. Does anyone hear earth at all? Because I can't see you in the chat right now, but it is beautiful to do. Even if you do it for 10 minutes, maybe on your lunch break or something like that. It's so powerful. And just an incredible way for you to just reconnect with the earth. Remember, the earth is our antidote. It's our antivenom, to all the stuff we do to ourselves when we don't mean to. Last but not least, sleep. Oh my gosh, sleep is so important for so many reasons. I would love for you guys to be having between 7 to 8 hours sleep a night. Anything less or more than that, actually there's studies that suggest that people who sleep less or more than that have a higher chance of having an early death. Isn't that crazy? So when I heard this, I was like, damn, I'm sleeping 7 to 8 hours every single night without a doubt. But obviously, guys, sleep hygiene and the way that we sleep is really detrimental or pivotal, integral to our health, because it's how we rest and restore. It's how it's where we replenish. It's where our body does its thing. It's where we rest and digest all that amazing stuff that our body does. So sleeping is so important. And on that note, I am trying to put this link in the chat for you guys. Here we go. The podcast episode that I was talking about, episode 41 of the BTB podcast, is phenomenal. Around sleep, around blue light, around, there we go, I've just popped it in the chat for you guys. Oh my gosh, listen to that episode and it will absolutely blow your mind. Okay guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I hope you absolutely loved today's Facebook Live Friday. Any questions that you have from anything we've chatted about today, put it in the chat and I'll get back to you guys over the next couple of days. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being a part of this. And I hope you're loving the Glow Up. If you're not in the Glow Up, just so you know, if you are a HSE member, you get it for free. So make sure you reach out to whoever's invited you to the HSE program and ask them, how can I be a part of it? Because we're dropping gold in there every single day to help you glow up, to level up, to be a new version of yourself, to be inspired, healthy, wealthy in all areas of your life. And we would love for you to join us inside the Glow Up. We're just wrapping up week 1. So we've got 5 weeks to go and you can still join between now and the 28th of February. So drink water, sleep, go and earth today, eat properly and make sure you have your juice plus. All right, guys, have an amazing day, a beautiful weekend. It's been really great connecting with you. Bye.